Hey everybody, Jay, Krista, Say I Do Forever, and we are on Wednesday on the 7 signs that you're ready to get married. You and your partner connect more on than just physical levels. So out of those 7 signs that you're getting ready to be married, number 1, you like each other.
That's a good thing.
What's a good start?
You should like each other if you're going to get married.
Yeah,
Although there are arranged marriages too, so maybe.
Never mind about those.
But today's in our 7 signs that you're ready to get married is number 5, which is you and your partner connect on more levels than just physical. So this is going to be critical because eventually the physical part's going to wear off a little bit. So you need something else to fall back on.
That's right.
Not just physical. It's that in love feeling when you first are together. And ironically, in our series that we're doing on the 5 love languages, we're on chapter 10. And we have just filmed that. I still have the book sitting here on my lap. And we just filmed the one for last Friday. And we thought, this has so much good information that we need to just jump right back on here.
Just go for it.
And film our Wednesday video that we had already been planning. We did a ton of notes on it and everything. And then when we read this chapter, we were like, oh my goodness, this is a must need. And the reason is because most couples, all couples, have the in love feeling. And they say that it only lasts about 2 years.
Yep.
So what are you going to do after 2 years? You know, and everybody's a little different. You can fall in and out of love and you can stay longer. And we always say, what is the roller coaster one?
Marriage is like a roller coaster. You have your ups and your downs, but a lot of people mistake the downs as the end of the ride.
So those
Don't mistake it as the end of the ride.
Yeah, those ups are like that in love, woo, euphoric. You remember that. It was years and years and years ago.
I remember that.
It was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. That was 33 years ago.
Yep.
Or 35
35
years together, 33 married. But yeah, that was a long time ago.
So that first in love, we could conquer the world with our love. We're going to, have a family. We're going to travel the world.
You hear like the Cinderella music playing in the background.
Yep. And all you want to do is just hold each other and cuddle.
One day my prince will come.
One day
oh, here we go.
Prince will come.
The singing.
Anyways, when he comes, it's amazing. And then all of a sudden, I think life happens.
Yep.
And you either then end up with a mortgage, a plugged up toilet. Children, diapers. You have to go to work. You're tired. You can't see each other all the time.
Yep.
I mean, in our early days, we could see each other hour upon hour.
What does a lot of people say? Life happens.
Yep.
Life happens.
So what's important to us is that we're giving you the skills to make that marriage, if you're going to plunge and say I do, that you are getting the skills to make that last forever.
Right.
Say I do forever.
Right.
So one of the things is just knowing what the in-love feeling is, and that it's euphoria and it fills your love tank. And then after that goes away, you still can return to love and you still can fill each other's love tanks, such as the book that we are studying. You can see our playlist for the 5 love languages and figure out what your future spouse or your spouse's love languages.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do you think about the in-love feeling? You could go back to that video we talked about, but we talked about a couple that's in that chapter, Brent and Becky. And basically they fall out of love and they're 12 years into their marriage. And he starts to have that in-love feeling with another woman.
Yep. Not a good place to be.
Yeah.
And that could have, if he wouldn't have changed, it could have been a detrimental thing, not only for his kids from his wife that he was going to leave, but also for the new relationship. He would have started a cycle, and it would have just continued to be that cycle through all of his broken relationships, because he was looking for that euphoric feeling that wears off after a while.
Yeah.
And it comes and goes, you know.
And
it
the story
really does.
had a happy ending.
It did.
The girl he fell in love with, the lover, started to fall out of the in love feeling early. And he was like, wait a minute. I had the in love feeling with my wife. And then we kind of had a mediocre life and I just don't love her anymore. And then I've got this new gal and now I've got the in love feeling and now she's pulling back.
Yep.
And he goes back to the wife and actually makes his marriage. He works hard and he builds it back and they have a happily ever after marriage.
Now they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They reconcile, which was good.
That was a really good chapter in the end. It kind of fired us up and kind of made us upset because so many couples that we've worked through with in the past, it's just we're seeing this over and over and
it's
over
like
again.
A pattern.
It's a pattern that we're seeing is because people nowadays feel like they deserve happiness. And you do deserve happiness, but they don't wait around for and work hard at a relationship to bring that happiness back into the relationship.
And in your relationship as a couple, you may deserve happiness, but your spouse doesn't deserve selfishness.
That's very good.
You need to be selfless and love your spouse.
And you can find happiness by doing some sacrificial love, serving your spouse and helping them fall back in love and doing things for them. But let's talk about, because our video today is about you're connecting on more levels. So say you're not married yet and you are thinking, I might want to get married to this person. I'm kind of in love with them and we've got this emotional or we've got this physical connection. But what are some other areas you want to look for before saying I do?
So we've got 3. The first one is emotional, the second one is spiritual, and the third one is mentally.
Yeah. So explain some of that.
So emotionally, you want to always work together. You want to be on the same page emotionally to be better understood or to better understand each other. If you guys are going in the opposite direction, there's not going to be an emotional connection. You know, you've got to get on the same page emotionally.
Would that also be friendships, like you have hobbies? Because emotionally, it kind of fulfills you when you have hobbies that are the same. Now, you're not necessarily going to have all the hobbies the same. I mean, he likes baseball. I tolerate baseball. I like it when we can go and get hot dogs at the stadium. So that part I like. And I like to do the
7th inning stretch and
I like all the dances
and the music.
I like all that kind of stuff. But when the guys are out there running around the bases, I don't quite know always what they're doing. But I connect with him on that level, you know. But there are some things that you can do together. There is fun stuff that you like to do together.
Yeah.
Maybe you like to...
well, like us, we play tennis together.
We do play tennis together. Or, believe it or not, these videos and us helping marriages is kind of our connection. We enjoy this.
Right.
We want to help people do that. So we kind of get connected and we spend, time together making the videos, and that's good for us. But what are you and your spouse, how are you connecting emotionally? How are you connecting
are you guys
friendship-wise?
Are you guys connecting emotionally by, if you guys listen to the same music, if you guys go to, out to eat at a restaurant you both really enjoy, like Olive Garden or wherever, are you
Frisbee
doing that?
Golf.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
really popular
What's
now,
your
too.
thing? Write it in the comments. We'd love to hear some different ideas, and maybe some other couples would actually get some ideas of things that they could work on together. But music is a good one. Are you both passionate about music? Are you both passionate about design? Are you both passionate about math? I mean, some people might be passionate about math. You might be both scientists or something like that,
Could be.
People might like that. So, well, that is more into the mentally. So let's just jump right over there to the mental. So maybe mentally, if you're on the same page.
Yeah, what do you dwell on? Do you have the same goals? Do you both want to be financially stable? Do you want to both be financially free? You know, do you want to be married to your spouse and the future house payment, or do you want to just be married to your spouse? Do you want to travel the world together? Do you want to go to different places?
And traveling could be emotional. I'm trying to think if that's emotional. I don't know. There's a lot of lines to cross.
Yeah.
Or maybe they both are history buffs.
Yeah.
Or maybe they both love archaeology, or love to watch the History Channel, that kind of stuff. You know, what's your thing? Put it in the description, because we want to hear.
And I've also seen couples that they both are into sports. You know, there's some couples that love football.
Yeah.
And they may or may not like the same team, but they both love football. And there's some couples that both love baseball, basketball. I mean, there are just couples that love sports.
There's some that do triathlons together.
Yep.
That love to run.
Physically, they go do marathons and stuff like that. So,
I'm sure there's some that like gaming together.
Yeah, gaming's really big right now. That's true.
So I was just thinking, you know, there's just 100 different avenues, and maybe if you and your future spouse or need to find new things, maybe somebody in the comments will give some ideas that maybe you guys could try out.
Yeah.
Because when you go to say I do, when you go to get married, you want to be connecting on many other levels other than physical.
Yeah.
Physical's good.
Hopefully after you guys watch some of our videos and stuff, and hopefully subscribe. Hit the like button, ring the bell.
Please. That would be awesome. It helps our channel.
Yeah, and hopefully you guys can get some good food for thought, you know, to help you on your future marriage or on your marriage you're currently on, you know, or in, and that it helps you hang in there, you know, because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be desperate and alone.
Yeah, and it's so much... Like after the passion and the, you know, physical attraction is gone, it's so good to just have a friend and a traveling buddy, and to have that. So make sure you're connecting. And, you know, another one that's a hard subject for some people to talk about is spiritually. Have you talked about to your spouse? Are you on the same page spiritually?
Yeah.
Because that connection is going to take you to the next level as well. There's some couples that all they want to do is help the needy, and so they work in soup kitchens together. There's other ones that they're really passionate about missions, and so they go to other countries and maybe help build houses and you know, and stuff like that. Also, your spirituality is important. If you are not thinking spiritual on the same level, if one, say, is an atheist and one is a Christian, it may not affect you right now, but what happens when you have kids?
Yeah, then what do you do? Because the believer is going to want to raise the children to believe, and the atheist is going to want the kids not to believe anything about God. So
definitely have those conversations.
It's going to come up. If you decide to have kids, it will come up.
Yeah. So these are some things that you can talk about with your future spouse, or if you've been married for a long time, and start to maybe discover some things that you can connect with. Other than that, if you're already connecting on all those levels and you guys just love doing stuff together, you kind of are all of one same mind. I mean, of course, like I said, there's going to be some things that you're different on.
Sure.
But the main stuff, then you're probably ready to get married.
Yeah, just make sure that you agree on how to roll the toothpaste up and not make it a mess and squishy and squeeze it in the middle.
It'll make life hard, but it won't destroy your marriage.
No.
That's ours. 33 years of marriage later.
Yeah, but she's doing so good, though. She's doing so good lately. I've seen it. It's nice and clean. It's like...
Miracles happen.
Nice. It does. It is a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an answer to my prayers.
So even if you have some differences, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
However, it is something good to have something to fall back on when the, you know, when the in love feeling has faded.
Yeah.
What are you going to fall back on?
Yeah.
So, well, that's all I have for today. What about you?
That's all we got.
Yep.
That was a good.
Find some way to connect, talk, and have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
And until our next video, this is Jay and Krista with saying I don't know what we are.
It's called Say I Do Forever. And we're on YouTube, as you can tell.
Because we're professionals.
See you guys.
See ya. Have a good day.